Republicans still have an uphill battle. They are running candidates.
Uphill battle for Republicans?
Really?
Republicans still have an uphill battle. They are running candidates.
Uphill battle for Republicans?
They still have primaries, George, where they're deciding if they want a far-right, radical candidate who has taken an oath of loyalty to the former president versus an oath to the Constitution. Voters want real results.
Wait a minute.
Black voter approval ratings for Democratic leaders has seen a steady decline over the last couple of months. President Biden's rating went down 9%, and Vice President Harris's rating is down 4%.
Really?
New polling suggests that black voters may be souring on Democrats. CNN's senior data reporter, Harry Entin, is here. Harry, great to see you.
Nice to see you.
So you have found that Biden's approval with black Americans is down. How far are we talking here?
I mean, it's really down. I mean, you could see it here. At the beginning of his term, he was at 87%. Look at where he is over the last few months, 67%. That's a 20-point drop. And not only is it a 20-point drop, that 67%, Barack Obama, the last Democratic president, never dropped below 75% in any Gallup poll. So this is lower than Barack Obama ever was. I think one way to sort of look at this, right, is the choice for president. And we go back since 2004, 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020. Right now, if you go back to 2020, Joe Biden won black voters by 75 points. That was down from 2016, 2012, 2008. You really have to go all the way back to 2004. Now, you were asking before, why? What is driving this erosion? And this, I think, will give you the clue. It's black conservative voters.
Okay. You do realize, Pete, a lot of black people feel like Democrats have kept no promises since they've been in office. Really? Yes.
My name is David Luis Ortiz, better known as Shaman of New York City. Today, I'm here at the Department of Motor Vehicles to change my voter registration. The reason why I'm changing my voter registration today is because, unfortunately, the Democratic Party has led me wrong and has led my ancestors and the black and brown communities of New York State, let alone of the United States, wrong.
Thank you so much for having me on, Aisha. And you're right, this is a warning. This is a warning call to the Biden administration and Democrats from black voters who are acutely aware of the role that they played delivering the United States Senate, United States Congress, and the White House to Democrats.
Wait a minute.
Now, you were asking before, why? What is driving this erosion? And this, I think, will give you the clue. It's black conservative voters. Black conservatives, look at that. 2016, Dems won by 58 points. Hillary Clinton, look at that, just a 20-point margin for Joe Biden. All others, moderates and liberals, that 87-point margin held. It's black conservatives that are driving this.
Wait for it. Here it comes. Almost there.
We need to talk about why there's really going to be 100% opposition on the Republican side to
We
this.
know why, though.
Well,
we don't expect it. Personally, I voted for Democrats. I don't expect anything Republicans. They let us know exactly who they are. They're not trying to pretend to be our friends.
Yeah, it's Jamil, you're a Democrat. I'm curious, why are young Democrats, you see these polls, you see the plunging numbers, why are they so disenchanted with this president?
I think many people like me who are Democrats and who are young, we voted for Joe Biden because he talked about the future. He talked about uniting us. I think we all want to look to see what our futures might look like. I think when you ask us 20-year-olds, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years? That's growing increasingly hard because of the war, because of inflation, because of the economy.
Throughout much of his campaign for president, Joe Biden has thrived off of support from black voters. He was grateful to the black voters in South Carolina that essentially resurrected his campaign during the 2020 Democratic primaries.
Why has Joe Biden lost 10, 15, 20 percentage points from black voters?
Well, I think that there's a disappointment factor that's set in. I think a lot of black voters feel like the black community gave the most during the election. It was a historic election, 2020, and have gotten the least. If you look at voting rights, so far, nothing. Police reform, so far, nothing. You look at some of the student loan stuff, very little. So what was motivating African-American voters, left, right, and otherwise, were that somebody was going to come to our rescue. The day-to-day reality for black folks hasn't improved. In fact, because of inflation and other things, gotten worse. And so you're starting to see that disappointment factor set in.
Has Biden and generally the Democratic Party, have they fulfilled promises that they've made over the last couple of years?
To me, in a small town like this, it really doesn't matter who you have in office. The effect that we experience is the same. It don't matter if it's Biden, it don't matter if it's Trump, it don't matter if it's Obama or Clinton or Bush. It really doesn't matter. What we feel down here is exactly the same. You know, they can never even tell us who the president is, and we really still going to be exactly the same.
Well, it seems as if black folks are still waiting for our just dues.